Hey everybody. So life is bananas. I don't know what your bananas looks like, but I know for me, bananas looks like my wife and I juggling who's working up in our laundry room, which is now a second office, and who's taking care of our kids. But if that's not your bananas, I know there's another kind of bananas that you have, and maybe your job is gone, or maybe you're alone, or maybe you just want to go out for dinner and you can't do that anymore. And we as a society, a nation, and as a church are in places that we never thought we'd be, and certainly didn't think we'd be a month ago or a month and a half ago, and yet here we are. In the midst of that, we also just want to say that this is going to be okay, and that we as a church and we as a community are going to be okay. Right? There's still opportunity to feel all the feelings that you have, whether that's anger, or whether that's mourning the future and loss, or mourning what could be. It's going to be okay. And we as a community, in the midst of a time when life is bananas and things can feel oppressive, it's an opportunity for us to rally and to function and to live into our calling as the church, which is what Christians have done throughout millennia. We were started in dark corners and hovels. We were hidden away with groups of people that would just tell one another, tell me the story one more time. Right? We didn't start with amphitheaters and cathedrals, and we didn't start with tech or anything like that. We didn't start with pipe organs or praise bands. We started with people that were trying to incarnationally live out their lives together, that gathered around food and fellowship and just trying to live this out and just make it through the day. And the opportunity before us as contemporary Christians and believers and people that are following Jesus as best we can on any given day is to emulate the work of those early Christians. Right? To live into that calling of not knowing what the future is going to be and being okay with that, even in the midst of anxiety or concern or worry. I also just want to say that on behalf of us as a church, as both staff and as a pastor and leadership, we're all just incredibly thankful I'm incredibly thankful for the community that First is. That when we had the opportunity to be the church and rally, we did, and we are. That people are faithful and people are showing up and people are praying and reaching out and connecting. And I just want to say thanks for that. As we're trying to reconfigure what it looks like for us to be a church in this society where we can't gather on a public Sunday morning anymore, and everyone is rolling with us as we're in uncharted territory. So just thank you. And if you have ideas or thoughts or opinions, send them our way. We'd love to talk as we try to figure out how we're faithful and how we are salt for this world and light in the darkness. Right? And so we're going to do some things different. We're talking about all of that, but it is amazing to engage with a community and a body of folks who are engaged in that kind of work. So I don't know where you are today. I don't know what concerns and tensions you have. And if you're dealing with anxiety or depression, if you're dealing with fear, if you're dealing with panic attacks, know it's going to be okay. And if you're feeling strong and that there's an opportunity, we encourage you to engage those around you. Be creative. Christians over the years have been creative, and the opportunity is for you to do the same. And to engage in life and faith and work in new and different ways. And it's going to be okay because Jesus is still Lord. And even if the world is bananas, God still sits on the throne and God still reigns. Grace and peace this day, my friends.